Well, good morning everyone. Welcome back to Friday's video here at Parham Engines. So, beginning of the Friday afternoon, guys, and I am flat out boring barrels, blocks, and whatever else can be bored. Isaac's not here today. It's his fortnightly trip to college. Very important for the boy to go and learn some engineering skills. Not that he's not here. But yeah, so at the minute I've got the Cosworth on the boring bar. So I'm on my third bore here, boring out for the liners. These are the top hat ductile iron liners that we do. Just got me my little notepad with my measurements on. So yeah, I'm chomping out for that. Then obviously after that, I've got to do the 6 long studs and the oil jets there. Sorry about the non-gimbal. We've got my trusty phone holder here, guys. Sorry, that's because Isaac isn't here and he hasn't left me his gimbal. And like I said, I wouldn't know how to use it anyway. Over here on the mill, we've got the Ingenium. So I've got the liners in this one, guys. Haven't had to top the bottom of these liners. That is, they're obviously specifically made for the Ingenium, absolutely perfect. The only thing I've had to do is set it up on the mill here and just take out the one side there for the rod cutout. So now I've done that, I've left them 5 thou proud of the block. I've got to face the block, bore them, hone them, and that job is all done, ready to go. So that'll be 2 liner jobs that I've had to do, the Ingenium and the Cosworth. Got a load of barrels sitting on the floor. I'm in the process of doing that one there, just letting it cool down. That was a 20 thou, bigger bore size. Got a couple more to do there, or 3 more to do. These are the pistons and bits for the Ingenium. Obviously oil cooler, we'll get them to renew that. Can't be fitting or refitting old oil coolers when it's had a bit of a catastrophe. Got 2 Mako barrels here. Just got a finished bead blast in the cylinder head there. But you can see down in the Makos, these are the ones that John loves. This is a 250, so it's not too bad, but you can see all the ports in here. And you've got this big one here, which the problem is when you're honing it out, the stones could get caught in these ports if you're not careful and cause mayhem. Another thing to be very careful of when you finish honing these Mako barrels is the base here. So you can see you've got the cutout either side. So you've just got a little bit of a jut out there. If you're not careful, when it heats up and closes up, or cools down and closes up, these sides can sort of come in. So you need to make extra sure that the base here is measuring what it should measure. Sometimes you have to turn it upside down and just tickle out here and leave it to cool until you get it exactly as you want it. But if you don't do that, when the base of the piston comes through there, it can seize it up. So that is what to look for in the Makos. Another thing is make sure in between the ports have cleaned, because we've had it before where you open it out, so even 20 thou, and in here is worn quite badly still. So that one looks really good. We've got 2 of those to do, and they should be ready today, because I think these guys have got to get it built for Tuesday. We've got these 2 motors here, the L200 and the Peugeot, basically. They're both go-throughs. This one here is more to face the block, but we've got to do whatever's necessary on it, obviously strip it down. And that one is a full go-through. We've got a little Perkins here, 3-cylinder. This one is for liners, but they're a push-in, a semi-finish this. They do 3 different types. They'll do a non-push out, so basically fit like I'm doing on the Cosworth there. You've got to machine them out. They do a semi-finished, which means we've got a series of dollies here, so you push them out, and they push in, and then you've got to bore it. And then they do a fully finished, which means you push out and sort of in effect slide in and out, and you don't have to bore it, it's all ready to go. But these are a semi-finished, so John's going to push them out, see which ones we've got, and get them on order, and then I can fit them and bore it. Right guys, if you remember back a week or so, we had a Cosworth head in, which we had other bits to do, like the rods, grind the crank, etc. All done. Just waiting for the head. Now the head, be honest with you, this is probably the most nadgered Cosworth head I've ever had. And the reason for that, we had to send it to Tom. Most of these holes here, well, all the ones that are welded, had time certs in them. So I took them to Tom. The time certs were all over the place. They were terrible. There was corrosion. A couple of them had broke through into the water jacket. So I took it to Tom. I said, get them all out, see what's going on. In 3 of them, behind the time certs were broken studs. Some had gone through, so Tom's had to dig all this out and basically recast it with weld. So the next step for me is to take the studs out the back, set it on the angle plate. I've got to face the weld off, make sure it's all right. Drill and tap 8mm or M8 with the correct hole spacings for the manifold, and make sure the threads are absolutely fine and it doesn't go through into the water jacket. If it does, we're going to have to take it to Tom, weld it up again and start again. But yeah, quite a lengthy job. Once I've done that, I've got to go through it, obviously trim up all this weld here and just make sure it's all good. But that is, I've never really seen that before. We've had 1 or 2 broken studs in these, and obviously it rips the threads out and that, but usually it's fairly easily repairable, but that is a disaster. Why is the kit car still on the ramp? Why haven't I took it to Tom? Well, the simple answer is he was waiting for it today, or we'd sort of booked it in for today, but I pre-warned him a day or 2 ago, look, Tom, I don't think I'm going to get this up to you. At the end of the day, we've got stuff all over the place, all under the car now. We're going to have to shift all that. We've got to shift all this. And to be honest with you, I've just got too much work on here all of a sudden. There's a lot going on. We've got the E30 we've got to sort out. I've got to source a few body panel bits for that already. Ryan's had a look over it, so there's a few bits I need for that. So at the moment, guys, I've got enough going on. I did notice in a previous video that 2 or 3 people said, I don't quite know how you do it, Lee. How do you find the energy? You've got jet skis, you've got the kids, you've got your business, you've got the YouTube channel, all this, going to the gym, obviously. I don't know how I fit it all in. I've got to be very careful that I don't sort of take a backward step and send myself a bit loopy again. But yeah, I probably push myself a little bit too much, getting too many things on the go, but I do get a nice feeling now when I need to just step back, relax. So this weekend, there's going to be no skis, no nothing, just take it easy, take a step back, enjoy my weekend with my family. And yeah, it's quite easy to sort of push yourself a little bit too far, especially when you've got your own business, because you're always sort of driven there, I suppose, not just for the money, but just to get the work done, get the work in. So yeah, I've always maintained that I don't particularly want to work weekends. I don't want to get in that habit, because it's quite easy to just spend every hour you've got spare in the workshop. You've got to remember that you've got family at home, and those young children don't stay young for long, do they? So yeah, I'm going to enjoy my weekend, chilling out this weekend, and get back to it next week. But today is particularly just getting these barrels bored. Let's get some of these blocks and barrels out the way. Just when I thought it couldn't be any busier this week, we got another engine turn up, guys. And this, if I got a little sneak preview underneath and see the clutch, I'm guessing this is another Cosworth. So this, I believe, if I'm correct, is off a customer that is restoring a Sierra. And yeah, I think it is. Looks like we've got our work cut out here, guys. This has obviously been sitting in a vehicle for some time, not doing a great deal. All looks a bit distinctly second-hand, but all there nonetheless. So this is a complete go through. The company is restoring the vehicle, and yeah, he wants it to just look like the car, I suppose. Lovely. So that is a perfect, providing everything's all right inside. He reckons that it was running. Providing everything's all right in there, that is a straightforward go through, make it look pretty. So we shall do some before and afters on that one, guys, and it will show you, you know, how good we can make it look at the end of it. So lovely little Cosworth to get on with. You know what I'm like with the Cosies, guys. I could do the Cosies all day long. I could have 10 of them in here lined up. But unfortunately, you know, there's other Cosworth sort of engine specialists out there. These cars are getting a little bit few and far between now, so there isn't really, I suppose, not a business there that could just survive on these Cosworth engines, unfortunately, these days. But that's why we tend to do other things. But yeah, quite nice to have another Cosy in. So the V6, guys, this one is Isaac's baby. Next week, he's going to have this one done. I know I said it last week, but we have been mentally busy this week. Isaac's had plenty of stuff to get on with, so he's prepped all the block, painted it. That is looking lovely now, obviously board, faced. He's had to take 8th thou off the top of the block, so he's gone away and faced 8th thou off the top of the pistons. In fact, I think he's done 10th thou, because obviously he's took a 2 or 3 thou. You see he's wrote it there off the top of the head, so both the heads are done. He's sized all the rods, checked all those. So it's basically Meccano for Isaac, quite a nice one. And then I'm going to get him on the Rover, and that is just before I get him involved in those greasy, horrible Perkins. That leads me onto the thumbnail and title today. I notice a couple of comments of people saying the last 2 or 3 videos have had absolutely nothing in them. What that means, I don't know, but I'm assuming what that means is we haven't had too much technical stuff. We haven't really been getting on with, you know, the actual engine builds, etc. But it can't be the same in here all the time. We have other stuff, you know, we don't just do the engine builds. We do a lot of machining, and sometimes you go through stages where you've got engines to just get on with, which is really nice because it's all nice, clean work and what have you. But then other times we have a lot of heads, cranks, you know, dirty stuff out here, really. At the end of the day, we're sort of half a machine shop, aren't we? So, yeah, we've had a lot of that lately. But obviously we've been doing the offices. I've been busy with other stuff, you know, and it all takes time. It just sort of, the days just fly by. I could do with about another 8 hours in the day to work sometimes, but obviously can't. Got to get home to the family. But yeah, if that's what people mean, then obviously, you know, I suppose we've had sometimes this YouTube channel, as much as I enjoy it, guys, as much as I enjoy pumping out the videos and giving you guys something to watch, for me, I suppose it's a secondary business in a way, because obviously we're a YouTube channel that's based on a business, and sometimes if I'm really busy, it's not just, I suppose, not just a content drought, but I hate to say it, maybe an enthusiasm drought, because I'm busy doing other things. So every now and again there's going to be weeks, I suppose, or a few videos where I'm just literally pumping out videos, giving you guys a little update on what's going on. Not necessarily going to be technical stuff, I do apologise, but it's just content, guys. It keeps you here with us, seeing what's going on. And as I say, at the end of the day, it isn't a technical channel, it's a channel on our business. So everything that goes on in this business is going to be on the channel. So I think really, guys, what I'm saying is, if you just put down in the comments any suggestions on the way you think would be best for me to go with the channel, bearing in mind we've got a lot going on, a lot of stuff doing, you know, if you're happy with the way it is, I think a lot of people are, then that's great. But I'd appreciate it if you just put down in the comments and let me read through some of them, and maybe we can sort of point it in the direction that the majority of you think we should go. Don't know. But that is it for another video. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Have a great weekend, and we will see you Monday. Cheers.